Finally, I've been trying to get on here and it keeps telling me that the server is overloaded. Please try again later. And I'm like, listen, yo, the spinners are waiting. You don't even know. Good morning, Shannon. They need their content. All right, let's do this thing. Hurry it up. So I tried like 3 times, and then I made a quick little Instagram story saying, hey, I'm late. It's not my fault. And turned it off and back on again, and it worked. So hi. Oh, I'm going to sit over here today. Hello. Good morning. Welcome to the Wool Room today. Listen, yo. Good morning, Anne. I love that. Okay. So there's 2 other videos you have with a wait list. You all right? We gotta go. Come on. We gotta get this moving. I'm so glad it turned on. That had me like rapidly formulating plan B. I'm like, well, okay. I guess I could do like a traditional like recording where you're not all here, which would suck, but I could do it. And then post it later. I don't know. I can't do a live later because like we got stuff to do. Hi and welcome to this magical day 11 of delightful lore. We're here. We're at the finish. We're not at the finish line, but we can see it. It's just there. We're here. It's been such a good time. I have had the most fun doing this. Still having fun doing this. Obviously, there's still 2 days left with the finale tomorrow for this set of Advents, and then a one big shot look on Saturday afternoon of the other Advents. Oh, Jacqueline, I have caught up to all my lores. Watched 8, 9, and 10 last night. What? Awesome. Oh, good morning to you too. I've enjoyed that you've been here. I'm glad you're enjoying the lives. That's awesome. Okay. Starting this thing out, I have news. I have some news. If you compare this corner of the room to what you have seen in past days, you'll notice there are some things missing. Yes. My desk is out of here. That whole wall, the Roma tomato, lonely Roma is not here anymore. Hold on. She empty, and it's going to become even more empty. Today after work, we are going to completely empty this closet. We're going to take down all these things because, surprise to me even, the Wool Room is getting a reno. We are taking this big closet out, which will get us a bunch more space, and we're moving storage elsewhere. There's some things we got to do because there's some new exciting things happening in the new year. And we need to make way for them. So, okay, you with me? So that being said, you have other lives going on. That's what yeah. So that being said, there will not actually anymore be a sneak attack shop update in December. And I just talked to Aaron about this last night. Aaron came home from sharing last night, and I was like, so how are we doing that? Like, I got kids coming home from university who are then flying off around the world. And we've got this renovation that has now creeped its way up here, which is useful and necessary and needs to be done. I kind of thought we were going to do it early January. This is better. It was going to be a little update anyway, but apologies for anybody who is looking forward to that. I promise what we're doing here is going to set us up for more output in the new year, which is going to be great. More output, but like with more output without me working more. So that's what's really exciting. There's some exciting and fun things in the works. So So no shop update. We were going to sneak attack it. I'll just spoil it all for you now. We were going to do the sneak attack on the 18th, which was our Twilight Marathon day. Then we were going to pack and ship everything on the Friday, and then I was going to be on vacation. So I'm going to like go on like vacation earlier. So I think Monday will be our true last day of work. We're going to hustle butt in here today on finishing up some sommelier stuff. Tomorrow I have a real fun big baking day with my daughter. I will not be in the wool room outside of doing this live. And then chip away at a couple things on the weekend, and then we'll be out of this room entirely on Monday, and we'll let the work begin. So, well, actually, it's going to begin tomorrow while I'm downstairs baking all day. So we'll have to move this live somewhere else tomorrow. I'll go find some other room in the house, and I'll go sit in there and do the live. So that's kind of like the update. Big change. So big changes and for my little schedule. I always put that schedule out in January. Okay. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but I post like this schedule month by month, and I itemize the dates for when we're doing all of our shop updates, our in-person events, everything like that. And I stick to that sucker. All right. That's my master overview from 30,000 feet look at my year. And I really think this thing through because we have, vacations or whatever. So I know when to plan all my things and get all my stuff ready. And I would say I bothered that I'm not fulfilling one of the things on those months. Like, it bothers me. It totally bugs me because on that calendar that I put out in January, I said sneak attack shop update December. Now we're not doing it. It bothers me. But I like what we're not doing it for. And honestly, I'm a little tired. Like I'm ready. I'm ready to knit. And I'm not even going to say I'm ready to sit in it. This house is it's upheaved. The house is upheaved. Last night, me and Aaron are moving furniture around downstairs. And what are we doing with these lamps? And we got to like get the couches out, and we got to get, there's like just dust everywhere. And there's like, it's just what it is. It's exciting. It's an exciting time, and there's new and there's change. And that's always really fun. That fresh feeling in your home. And I'm here all the time. I am constantly here. I work from here, right? So it's nice to take a space that you're just in so much and then just make it fresh and new. So I'm totally cool with the reason why it's not happening, but like not even deep down, like very surface level, it really bothers me that I can't go check because I like crossing the little months off. But I am tired, and there is a lot coming up with just kids and family stuff and holiday things. And so this is the better move all around for like my life. And I have succumbed to it. I had to, before I could firmly I talked to Erin about it. Then I had to tell my Thursday friend all about it. And then she came back with like 10 million%. She had 10 million was her number. She's here, by the way. She's probably like so happy for me. Where is she? Is she here? I thought I saw her come in. Yeah, she's here. She 10 millioned it. And then I was like, okay, confirmed. We're good. Like, if Thursday friend thinks that this is the good move, and husband, those are the two most reasonable people in my life, then we're going to do it. So there's that big announcement. I'll tell Instagram later. I don't think anyone's holding their breath. It's a busy season for everybody. Everyone's spending all their money. There's lots of shopping to do. We don't really need bats right now. Let's just say that. How about that too? There's a lot of reasons. I'm saying all of this because I hate that I'm not crossing that off my list. Doesn't matter. It would be too much. I'd overload. So that's what's going on. Danielle. You also don't need to do the things January Melly committed you to. Stuff happens. Yeah, stuff happens. Megan McLean, all you missed was I said we're not actually doing the a December sneak attack update. So no biggie. We're instead, this room is getting a bit of a reno and a redo starting tomorrow, actually. So Sommelier is still shipping on time. Like nothing else will be just like we're working around it, but there's work that's going to be happening here. We've cleared out this side of the room. We're going to clear out this closet later today. And we're just creating even more upheaval in a month where, again, it's positive. These are renovations. We're literally paying to be upheaved because the after effect is going to be so good. But right now, it's very much, it just keeps kind of growing. It's like you pull on one thread in a renovation and you find eight other issues you want to take care of. So that's what's going on. Okay. So there it is. There's all your information. And good morning. And if you're new here, I'm Melly from Melly Knits. This is the wool room. Don't get too used to the look of it. It's about to change a little, but the background's going to look different when I come back to do, like, say, a Sommelier live. Oh, we're doing Sommelier lives in the new year. I really fell off on posting about those Sommelier lives. You know what happened to me? Or posting about my sommeliers. Every month I would do a Sommelier post to show what I had put out in the clubs. Like, so in September, I would show what I did in August, etc. And then I just got backlogged on spinning them. And I'm sending them out with friends. Nellie is spinning them. My friend Rachel from Nellie's Royal BB, she was on the Instagram stories yesterday. She's been spinning them. My friend Rachel from Wool and Spinning's been spinning them. I UPS'd an entire month's worth of samples to my friend Maxwell in Calgary. He spun them. He sent them back. Like, I have been even putting them out. I haven't been keeping up on spinning those samples. And there's only 5 a month. And my samples are like 30 grams. I don't know what my deal is. And I can't even... I wasn't even brain spacing. They live in that fat bag right there, by the way. That's a bag of samples. I still have an August sample literally on my Susie. No, yeah, I do. I was spinning it in September and I got swallowed by Knit City and then I got swallowed by Advent. So we're just gonna change up the format. While I will still show them on Instagram, I think we need sommelier lore. I think I can absolutely once a month. So I'd like to come in January on here and we talk about the 5 things we made for sommelier and processing them, and same kind of format for my sommelier peeps, especially since I'm still trying to convince cute little Emily that we need to open up the snack club and maybe 2 more guts clubs. I can't believe how full our guts clubs are. Usually it's the bat clubs that have the biggest wait lists. But there's like some kind of resurgence for guts. You guys, like I've even gotten probably 10 or 12 new names on a wait list this week. Like, I almost was like trying to close the wait list just for guts. So well done. Well done, processors. You can have Melly Knits at home. Now what we just need to do is transfer some of those guts wait list folks to washing their own fleece. And then everybody's, we keep it moving. We keep it moving. Sommelier lore, sommelier lives. Okay, good. We like this. We're like this. Hey, Giselle, I like this idea. Sommelier lives might be easier. You can just live spin a tiny sample while explaining the guts and the bats. I can do that. I absolutely can do that. Allie B, do spots open up for sommelier? Yes, they do. Only if someone else leaves, though. We're capped on the amount of people that can be in every club because we're capped on how much a fleece can give. We want everybody to have the same bat in the club or the same guts in the club. That's what we want. So because of that, we have to have limits. That's why we have so many clubs in sommelier versus just having one big sommelier with a bunch of names on it, because what we're doing is single sheep, or sometimes we're blending 2 sheep or whatever we're doing. Oh, hold on. Okay, yes, I'll answer all of these. So because of that, we have multiple clubs. So, and they run bi-monthly is how our sommelier works. And the bi-monthly clubs serve different purposes. So we have 2 clubs, Firefly and Origins. Those are both bat clubs. They're different clubs, but they basically function the same way. They're kind of any all. I might send out mixed this and that. I might have 3 sheep in a bat. I might have just a pure. It might be a halo. It might be a glow. It could be a chaos. It could be anything. It's literally anything goes in those 2 clubs, and they run opposite months of each other. And then I've got Blossom, a bat club that's just for chaos bats. That club's funny because I almost have no turnover. There's some clubs that have almost no turnover. Some clubs have turnover. Some clubs don't. So like, that one, very little turnover. It was actually Firefly was winning with no turnover. And then I had like 5 people drop out of Firefly before summer. And I was like, okay. And then we just pushed 5 more people in. So it's all good. It's all good. They're always full. But like Blossom is the Chaos Club. We have some diehard Chaosers, and just the one club that guarantees a Chaos bat every month, which is a Sari Silk bat, textured bat. colorful. And then we've got the 2 fine wool clubs. These are our fancy, basically delightful, the Advent as a club, essentially. Those kinds of fleeces, mostly coated, premium, some medium wools when they're like just delicious, but mostly fine wools. And those 2 clubs, that's Butt Hair and Jiggly Butt. And those 2 run on alternating months as well, like Firefly and Origins does. And then we just opened in August, Moonrise, and that's our first pure club. That one's, no one has left that club. Like no one, I guess it just opened too, but like, I got people in the club already. Like, do you have any extras? Can I get extras? Do you have any extras this month? Like Moonrise is apparently you guys wanted a pure club. And I see someone said they wanted guts too. So then we also have 4 guts clubs. Guts would be equivalent to True North, to the Great Guts Adventure that we're looking at here, stuff like that. Any all. So we've got Guts 1 and Guts 2 that are any all. They run on different months. And then Guts 3 is the Chaos Guts. It kind of runs with Blossom. And then we've got Guts 4, which is the Fancy Guts. And that one runs with Butt Hair. So there is a demand for guts. I saw someone ask for pure guts. And I want to do a snack club. And we could probably open another pure club and another fine club. There's like, I'll tell you guys, like the wait list is pretty big. And so that's why we opened Moonrise, was because we wanted to try and get some more people in spots. Wow, I did not think I was going to go on and on about Sommelier this morning. So yeah, anyway, that's what it is. Hey, how about a raw guts club? Interesting. That's really interesting. Like, how much do we do, though? Oh, no, you just started a circle. You just started, my brain is going to circle the bowl. A raw guts club where you just get like a little blob of raw fleece and you wash it yourself? It's very interesting. Could that be problematic, though? We could talk about the scouring of it. Did you guys know that I'm the Canadian distributor for Unicorn? I've got like, I'm not even kidding, shelves and shelves and boxes of Unicorn down in my garage. And one of the things I always have is these little samples of their power scour. In the States, shop the States. I think your price will just be better shopping from Unicorn themselves in the States. But for my Canadian homies, I'm the Canadian distributor for Unicorn. I have got like monster supply in the garage. So there could be a fun thing there too, whereas I could just be refilling people as they go. Huh. Oh, dang. Okay, listen. Wow. Remind me to make a plan for a Raw Guts Club today at 2 p.m.
Okay, I've added make a plan for a Raw Gut Club for this afternoon at 2 p.m.
Our AI robot overlords probably have no idea what to make of that. Got to keep them on their toes. Okay, let's look at some comments. Then let's talk about what we're actually here to talk about, eh? That's what we should do. What on earth? Look at this. Good morning. Oh, look at you guys. Look at you guys having a little discussion about my plans. I want you to know one of you actually got the answer right, but only partially right. Okay, hold on. Here we go. I love this. Time to get ready for Christmas. Fun fact. This will be the first time in forever I don't actually have kids home for Christmas. Our daughter's going to her in-laws for Christmas, and we have a son doing a semester in Germany, and our other son's flying over, and they're meeting up in London, and they're going England, Scotland, Ireland. They're doing like a big trip, those two, for like 2 weeks. So Aaron and I, we're going to put our feet up. I don't even think I'm putting up a tree, much to cute little Emily's horror. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm going to have cereal on Christmas Day for dinner. I don't care. It's going to be just like nothing but rest and crap time. Isn't that crazy? Some of you might be thinking I'm crazy. My sister is literally a Christmas elf. It's like, she's like Buddy the Elf of Christmas. She's so into it. I'm not the Grinch. I don't hate Christmas. I'm just not like a big holiday observer overall. I don't know. It's cool. Whatever. Like, I like it. I like the lights. I like the music. I love that I'm going to do Christmas baking with my daughter. I like all the get-togethers and the gatherings. But like, I don't know. I'm probably going to like just we're gonna binge something over the holidays. I'm not gonna have pants on ever. It's gonna be so good. There's the plans. Okay. Oh, I was still in the other live waiting room. What other live? What are we talking about? Sorry, was someone telling me this earlier? Did another one of those ones start? That's weird. I just shut all tabs just in case because I didn't. Dang it. I was in the other live waiting room. Okay, there was a server thing this morning in case anyone's wondering what in the crazy is going on at Melly Knits. It kept telling me the servers were full and I couldn't go live. So did it pop everybody into a waiting room? That's odd. Okay. Shannon, give yourself grace. You do so much. We're all here for the excitement of your new chapter looks like. Okay. Thank you, Shannon. I'll still cross that little thing off the box and go from there. Mm-hmm. Do spots open up? I answered that. I'm just saying I'd love a pure guts club. Guts clubs we can open up more readily than bat clubs for sure. Because again, I said this a few days ago, we can wash wool a lot. We don't have much of a limit other than where we dry it on how much wool we can wash because we can get 20 plus pounds out washed a day while still doing other things. So we have gotten that down to such an efficient cycle that we can just be pumping out, I don't think we're scouring anymore in December, by the way. So our total is 1,222 pounds scoured this year, which is pretty awesome. I didn't track past years, but this has to be more. But I'm going to track next year too, which will be great. I'll save my record in like maybe, I don't know, I'll save it somewhere and we'll see if we exceed it next year. We'll see. Where is the wait list found? Currently you send me an email and I put you on a wait list. I'm going to change it up to a Google form to help, take a little bit of admin away from me. So you guys can self-serve the wait list. You can get yourselves on there. It'll send you a little email. I'm going to set it up so if you want to remove yourself from a spot too, you can. It's just easier for me than trying to go back through like when it's been 6 months, someone's been waiting and I leave a note for myself like so-and-so from emails and I put their email address, wants this club. I can do better with this. So I'm going to change that up. But right now send me an email. smellyknits@gmail.com. Sommelier raw wool. Yep. How do we get on Sommelier clubs? Join the wait list. Guts is a beautiful slippery slope that leads to becoming the most normal. Good morning, Heather. Yes, you with your normal spins, your lace weight nonsense tomfoolery. Okay. Guys. All right, so we're talking about, okay. Wow, there's a lot of comments. A Moonrise Guts Club, a Pure Guts Club. I'm hearing you. Okay, Pure Guts and Raw. Wow, we're getting down to we're just going right back to the basics. That's what you guys want. You want some basics. Raw guts might be more difficult with customs. Depends on the country. Shouldn't be a problem. There's a code for unwashed wool. It's still Kuzma. I can send that across the border. Doesn't seem like, especially in like, I've never had an issue where anyone's wanted like special documentation when I send to the States particularly. I've sent raw wool to the States a lot and I gift it sometimes. Full fleece raw guts club. Probably not. I have a lot of wool down there, but I can't see that. Look at you guys. Wow. We're 31 minutes in. We haven't talked at all about Advent yet, but I'm still loving this conversation with my whole entire heart. Oh my gosh. Shipping unicorn to Sweden? I can ship unicorn to Sweden. But there might be, I know there is a distributor somewhere in Europe. I know New Zealand has a distributor now. There is someone else who's got it now. If you go to Unicorn's website, they list their distributors. Go look there and see, just in case it's easier or less costly for you than it coming from me. Wow, guys. Can I say I've had the most fun with day 11 of Guts today? I actually squealed. Oh, we should talk about that. We should go. I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up on all these. There's too much. I'm going to have to come back and watch them later. But you all like no Guts. No, you're kidding. I just saw an email come through for a wait list. For a Guts wait. Oh gosh. I love this live. I love this live today. This is so funny. You have 2 lives going on. One shows it's upcoming. Is it, Giselle, is that still happening? I just shut all tabs. I don't know what's happening. That's a server silliness. Okay. We're done. I'm not going to read any more comments. Wow. We're so chatty. If you did Sommelier lives, you may never let Emily into the wool room to make more sommelier. Emily's down for gut sommelier, and she's probably going to really like this raw sommelier idea. I do too. Let me think on it. I'm going to twirl and swirl at 2 p.m. today. That's what my phone is going. That's when my dear South African Siri is going to tell me. That's the accent that I chose, by the way. That I can think about it again. In the meantime, I need to move on. So here we go. Let's go. We're going to talk about the Advent. That's what we're here to do. Day 11, we're here to talk about the Advent, not, I just love groupthink though, talking about all my sommeliers and all of the interesting things that are going on with the renovations in my life. I want to start with the guts today. Okay, here we go. Day 11, Great Guts Adventure. What do we have today? Baby. Here we go. Can you guys hear my Reno? Yeah, you can. Okay, today in the Great Guts Adventure, we have this. Oh, what could it be? It's Haunui! Okay. My Great Guts Adventurers. I wasn't going to leave you out. I wasn't, and I said that too with the Jacob. I did some really interesting, juicy things and delightful, and I'm like, I think Guts could play with that, and I think Guts should play with that. So here, Guts, for you, is a Haunui. And what I want to tell you about this Haunui, here's something I really want you to know. This was another of our options for delightful. Remember I told you back in the Haunui day we did, which would have been day 5 and day 6. So if you want to deep dive into Haunui, I'm going to need you to go back to day 5 and 6. You could even look at the little highlights and jump right in there where we deep dive, discuss the breed. We talk about blending it. We talk about washing it. We talk about all kinds of things, okay? So when I was pulling locks though, this was actually the color I requested from Harriet. This was the color. Look at that. I asked her for all of her ginger babes. And this was what I had said. And so she sent me like every possible version of this so that I could choose. And that's why I laughed when I went with black, because I'd been so specific that this was the color that I truly, truly wanted. And which is why, you guys, when I told you about the Cormo we opened in Great Guts Adventure, and I'm like, this was also a contender because I was chasing this color this year. Just searching for it, wanting it. We love. Absolutely love. So this was one of the locks I would have washed and ultimately chosen not to use. But then, of course, because I'm obsessed with this color right now and completely fell in love with it, I'm like, I think Guts should have a Haunui. And I'm always a little cautious giving my Guts people outside of Guts for the Sommelier Club, which is for these kinds of wools. I figure anyone who joins that club must know they have the ability and the tools to process these things. But in my other Guts clubs, there might be people out there that don't have the tools to process these things, or I don't know. With a Haunui, why this is a great fine wool for me to put in the hands of people with primitive carders, let's say. Let's say you've got really low TPI. You're still going to have a win with this because Haunui has Haunui has like, I was gonna say Haunui has guts, but I can't. Haunui is bold. It's a bold fine wool. So it's not a delicate little flower that's going to go, oh, be nice to me. Haunui is a little bit like, bring it on. And yeah, I'm still going to be soft and we're going to do this thing and whatever else while maintaining its like softness and its fineness. So this particular Haunui, I don't even know who I grabbed. It's nice and soft though. But it's soft where it's fine wool where fine wool has a little bit of a medium vibe to it. Not necessarily in the hand, but in the way that it processes. So I felt like this was a really good one. And since we're adventuring, and if I can stretch your limits of your processing with something like an Icelandic, well, hey, or a possum, I can stretch limits for some of you with a fine wool. Maybe you haven't dove into like a really nice, clean, fine wool before, and this might be a first for you on your card, or maybe this might have been something that could have intimidated you, but now you've got a little bit here to play with and to work with, and you're going to absolutely fall down in love with fine wools and build your skills in processing them. So again, if you want to deep dive on the breed, go look at lives 5 and 6, because we're not going to deep dive Haunui again. I sung my poems. Oh no, I didn't sing to the Haunui. Who did I sing to? Who was my song to? The Possum Day? Okay, so for picking this babe, it's just a real basic. I keep showing you guys the same thing, but I just want to show you how easy this is. I pick this right into a cloud. This is how I process. There are other methods of carding, and some people feel very strongly about feeding all their locks the same direction, or some people want to comb this. But if you've got some hand cards and you let her rip, tater chip. You're going to get a beautifully soft fiber no matter what, regardless of your prep on this one. So where something like Icelandic came with some asterisks, you want the best from this breed, do this. With Haunui, you want the best from this breed, do whatever you want. It's going to show up for you. So that's what I have to say about this. Knock yourself out. Okay, sorry. My emails are coming through at the same time. This is what you're going to get, and this is going to be your best. So I have paired this with Llama. We had, who did we have? We had camel, and we had alpaca. Now we're meeting another camelid. So camels, alpacas, llamas, these all run in the same families of being camelids. This one, while being very soft, because this comes from comb top, so did your camel, whereas your alpaca came from a farm, and we hand washed it. We did not hand wash this. This, very soft, super lovely. When you card with this, you'll see more distinct llama fibers than you're going to see. You won't see anything with your camel. And oh, good. Oh my gosh. I had this horrible moment that we hadn't done the camel yet, and it was for tomorrow or something. Okay. So we'll visually be able to spot your llama more than you'll spot your other camelids. I love llama fiber. It's quite long and real easy to blend. Again, this should be a very easy day for folks, even though it's a fine wool, which sometimes people struggle with. But I don't foresee much struggle here because these two are going to go together like peanut butter and jelly, and it's going to just be a really, really beautiful bat, which I will show you. The llama is a little cooler than the wool, but Didn't really cool it down. That's my result. It's kind of like the Bond Day where we put the alpaca, but a little less rich than that and a very different texture. So the Bond Day, that was the day that was like mega poofy, super airy. This is denser. This is 3 passes on my Carters. This one, I will say, you know how sometimes I told you guys that sometimes the first pass of Haunui can be shocking and you're like, oh no, what have I done? And then it smooths itself out. This fleece was perfect off the first pass. By the second pass, I was like, I don't even need to do a third pass, but I did it anyway. Again, I have very high efficiency Carters, so you may do more passes than that. You haven't done anything wrong. We all have different tools. So it's just down to the tools a lot of the time. So here's what I got. Here's what I got off my Carter. This doesn't have the poof. So the day that we had a similar day looks lush. It is so lush. It is so dreamy. The day that we had the similar looking day, we did the alpaca with the cormo, and I was holding up like this. That bat was like across the board. It was just this light, airy thing. This one, the llama also has more weight to it. I don't know how to say that. Like the alpaca is just lighter. It's airier and floofier, and llama, especially because we're dealing with comb top, is just very drapey. So we're taking that with already a really beautifully stapled, fine wool, and we're getting this. We're just getting this. Look at this. Not long wool drapey, fine wool drapey. I love this combo. Haunui llama is delicious. So that's what we have for our Great Guts Adventures today. I don't foresee problems for anybody. Here it is. So you can see the whole little family together. And as far as the breed, the technique, again, go back to days 5 and 6 and enjoy yourselves. But wow, isn't it good? I'm so glad I still got to use the color that I had begged Harriet for. And after all, that we did use it, Harriet. Here you are, so specifically pulling all your ginger babes for me. And then I'm like, guess what? I used the black one. And we used one of the ginger babes. So, okay. So that is our Great Guts adventure for today. Ta-da! We're moving right along. Let's look next at Dreamland. Ooh. Dreamland, day 11. Here we go. Okay. Bag is getting so empty, guys. Bag from cute little accountant niece is getting super empty. Here's our day 11. We love it. Heather says, I have 72 TPI and it gave me 0 trouble. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, here we go. Day 11. It's our last full color. Full meaning it's not a mix. We're not transitioning. There we go. There it is. There's our last full Dreamland color. Ta-da! Now this is pulling more murky gray. This is a jewelly blue undertone business, okay? Let's see if I can get it. Smells good. This light, it's very blue. Okay, we're blue. Let me see if it helps if we... This was the day where we transitioned from green. Here's our green. So you guys can get the vibe of where we've journeyed. We went from green, blue to blue. So that's how we've melted across this part. Coming out of yellow. Here was our yellow green. And our yellow was way back over here. So that's how we've melted across the board, okay? And that's where we're at. Now, Color today is gorgeous. I'm definitely planning to change where I start knitting so the blues greens are closer to the center of the shawl. This is actually really fun to talk about, okay? Let's talk about this for a second. Once you see Dreamland completed, you can literally start, Dreamlanders, knitting Katie's pattern if that's what you're going to do. If you want to do something that melts, because that was the design of this, right? Right? Sorry, I've said that like 1,000 times. You can start anywhere you want. You could pick eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You could pick strategically wherever you want to start. Look at those two together. Oh my gosh, so pretty. You can start anywhere you want and it'll melt because this goes in a circle. It's a loop. So start anywhere you want to start, okay? Pick a color profile, pick a pattern on your way through, whatever you want to do. But if you're knitting that garter stitch, beautiful shawl by Katie at Songbird Handmaids that came with your pattern, if you guys want the pattern, you don't have it, like you didn't get Dreamland, Katie sells it, so you can buy it off of her. I think it's like $6 Canadian. So go get it. It's her first shawl pattern. It's so good. I'll put that in the notes today. I'll reference her pattern. But what this camera is not doing justice is the color behind this. This, by the way, for lore, this was the color I fought the hardest to get. This color was super hard. So the first blue that I picked to go along with the mood, the nighttime wildflower fairy garden mood, I picked a blue that looked like the exact blue I wanted. And I mixed it into the wool. And it just looked dark and gray. It just looked dingy. It went, because remember, we're going into a gray base. This one here is a gray based wool. Sorry. This one here is the wool is gray, the alpaca is white, but the alpaca is only 15%. And we did that because some of the fleece that we did, because we washed multiple fleece from one shepherd, some of them were black. I think 2 of them were black fleece and the rest were very dark grays, or one of them was a lighter gray. So we figured putting in that lighter alpaca would counterbalance some of the black that was making its way into these blends. And then we would have like kind of the gray we were going for across the board and not get too dark. I didn't want to be like fully black fleeces or getting too dark. But it's only 15%, so it's just going to take the edge off the black fleeces. So when color went into Dreamland, it really changed. And I learned from the blue. It was actually the second color I made was the blue. I learned from the blue that a lesson that then I brought in to say the yellow day. The orange day pretty much went the way that I thought. The yellow day was surprising. I used like a quite lemon yellow in that to get that this one, which is interesting. What the heck? Is that my orange? You know what? It's buried. She buried. That's my pink day. That's day 5. No, day 5 was my orange day. Guys. Again, the difference is, sorry, I just randomly grabbed a day 5. When we open them in sequence side by side, so similar. When you look at them across the other colors we've traveled through, we aren't similar at all. We're really working our way around color here. This was the hard color to nail. I went through 4 blue silks before I got to this one. This was my last pick because I was like, ain't no way that this is going to be the one that's going to work. And this is the one that gave me the result that I wanted, even though the silk that went into it was never a blue I would have chosen. So that was really interesting. I mentioned this way back. There was one color I had to fight with. This one I had to fight with. I did gift all my samples. I gave them away to friends who visit the wool room. So I don't have those to show you, but there's the story. At least you can see. I wish this was pulling the accurate color. I wish you guys could see. So there it is. Okay. So that's our day in Dreamland. Oh, look at this. The blue is my favorite. Katie, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that the blue is your favorite. Katie, honestly, I should just spin my advent and send the yarn to you. Do you want to knit it? You should just do that because I can make more Melly knits at home. A. B. Then I can knit your shawl. Oh, I still want to knit your shawl though. But I could do it one of my other advents, but it won't melt like this one will. Katie doesn't spin, everybody. Shame. I'm working on it, though. I'm working on getting her spinning. You also probably have knit your own shawl like 5 times by now. So, I'll leave you be. But in my mind, I want you to experience it. Okay, so that's Dreamland. We're almost at the end. And for anybody who's understanding how this color is working, you can probably guess where I'm going next. I mean, we'll still wait and show you tomorrow, but it should be obvious at this point. This advent, again, was not designed as a guessing game necessarily. And once you understand how we've worked through the color, tomorrow we close the loop. And so it's a really beautiful color. And I can't wait. Oh, I think I have to take her up on that offer. Don't we all think I need to take her up on that offer? I think I need to take her up on that offer. I spin it. I mail the yarns to you. You knit the shawl. You really want to do that? Are you sure? You don't want one? You're the pattern in this. It's kind of special. I should have thought about that. I should have thought about when I had all my extra Dreamland wool. Yes. Precisely. We're working on it. Okay. Intrigued Mind says, I see like an electric blue turquoise in the blend. That is actually the color we used. We used like the brightest electric turquoise to get it to even visibly be blue. And if I hold this basket up or wait till I show you guys pictures at the end, that's maybe a better way to see how blue it is. Like if you're just looking in at what colors are visible here in the basket, you can see how blue this is, especially when you have it next to all these other colors. Holding it up to the camera, it wasn't really doing it. I really wanted a blue, but I wanted a midnight blue. And so I wanted a twilight sky blue. I wanted otherworldly blue. I wanted fairy blue. And so the first color that I chose was a silk that was my midnight fairy blue. And it just got lost. It was nothing. And there was actually a lot of blues I used that in the wool looked just kind of like way too close to the purple. That was day one. Way too close to the purple. And I wanted those to obviously be different colors. So I went kind of hyperactive blue. And then that taught me what to be grabbing for yellow. I probably would have got stuck on yellow and tried to choose a muted, mustardy. No, I went like banana. We went like bright yellow for the yellow. And there was a few other days where we grabbed them and it was just really cool to see how they blended into silk, which we'll see tomorrow. I'll show you guys the completed picture. I've also got some other photos of them here under these lights in the wool room in baskets where you can really see the different colors. I've got pictures of them downstairs in front of a window. We got some pictures to look at tomorrow when we do our finale live. So we'll have a little photo journey. So I'll leave this for now. We'll stop talking about the blue here for our delightful because we're going to look at lots of colors tomorrow. But that's where we've arrived, guys. Okay, here we go. Katie, I just want to make sure you saw this. Just want to make sure that really sinks in. We're peer pressuring her, guys. This is the kind of peer pressure I'm down for. Okay, so far this morning. Oh, Dion, good morning. You haven't missed much. We talked about epically life-changing situations, the complete tear down and rebuild of my home. We talked about how new. No. Welcome and good morning. Okay. So now we're going to look at Delightful. We're zooming this morning. Delightful, guys. Day 11. This is the last time we meet a new breed this year. Exciting. This is our last handmade treasure of this year. Exciting. Very exciting. So we're going to meet new breed, and then tomorrow, as this Advent rolls, we'll meet the same breed again, and we're going to meet it mixed with the final specialty fiber of the year. Okay? Everybody excited? Everybody excited? Dion mentioned you, Melissa, in my wool and spinning vlog. Hey! Yay! Cool. Can you send me the link? I'd like to know. I want to hear. Okay, here's our last treasure. Ooh, she's flat. This was strategically packed, by the way. We slid it through the back of the Advent, and then we laid these down at the bottom of the bag. So this is day 11, went this way, and then like day 10 was here and day 12 was here. Because I didn't really want these to get like too ruined. Here's what we have for our treasure. This is a bookmark. That's not much of a spoiler from the shape of it, but it's very special. You guys remember our little slug maker, Marley Puddles? Well, she's also an incredible artist who paints watercolor. She does all kinds of media. And she hand painted about 45 bookmarks. They're signed. Each one is hand painted. These are not prints. These are literally hand painted art. So whoever got this Advent, you have a little moment of hand painted art in your Advent. All of yours, all your own. No two are the same. Everybody got one that's different. So I, or Emily for this matter, got this little bug sitting by the fire. That's what Emily got in her Advent. I have a different one. I have a bug. What's he doing? Is he foraging for mushrooms? I think mine's foraging for mushrooms. Anyone else out there who's opened this day yet and you've seen your bookmark, I took videos when these books arrived. I gasped. And I have videos where I'm flipping through the different days of the different ones she made. I'm not going to do any fancy editing. I'm probably just going to throw that video into a reel. It's literally downstairs on my kitchen counter, and I'll put some music to it, and we'll just watch the art go by. I'm not a big editor. I hate doing it, the little clippy things. It's hard. Well, I have to be in the mood. So if you want to see what else she did, there's 3 volumes because there was 3 watercolor books. I'll post them as 3 separate reels. Or one really long reel. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. But that is how this is going to be shown. So you will get to see every day or every single one, but just know that that's how this goes down. So every year in Delightful, this is something that's kind of unique to this Advent. It's hand painted original art where we have had prints in other Advents. So again, created by artists. And that's a great way for an artist to make good money. Because again, not every artist can just sell originals. But for an artist to be able to paint something beautiful and then replicate and sell it, like that's a great way for artists to generate some more income. And we love this. And so we have prints. And for the matter, like Marina from Batty Fibers drew those beautiful owls in the tree for the Great Guts Adventure. And then we had that printed. So on the postcards, which by the way, are you Great Guts Adventurers? I've had like maybe 20 people get back to me wanting to do the postcard swap. If you want to do that, there's still time, but we will close that eventually. Okay. So the postcards that went out into the Great Guts Adventure, and those were cute as a button. Those would be our original art that we then turned into a print, correct? Like that's how that rolled. Still hand drawn, but printed. Here, I have it here. There's Marina's. She hand drew all these cute, delicious, adorable, snowy, sleepy owls. A couple of them are awake though, if you look closely. Adorable. We printed it. It's out in the art. For Dreamland. Oh, Dreamland's art was just crazy. For Dreamland, we paid an artist to come in. I'm going to see if I can show some of these again. We already showed them once. Let's see. We'll see if this can even do this for me. But now that we're talking art and we're kind of like at the last time we're really looking at art for the Advent, I'll pull it up. For Dreamland, we paid an artist, Yo-Yo Who. She's Cute Little Emily's best friend. She lives in Alberta. She's a graduate of art school. She wants to create, she wants to work in art. That's what she wants to do. And so we asked her if she could envision Dreamland as like, what does she see? when we start out with just a simple idea of a nighttime garden filled with fairies, what does an artist see? And so Yo-Yo went to town. I mean, I can't believe the images Yo-Yo produced. It's absolutely insane. And we got those done as a booklet, and everybody got a booklet of art. So we love art in our Advents. Shenanigans has art too. And we're going to talk about that one on Saturday. There's a piece of art. You all get a piece of art. But what is a little bit distinguished that we do with Delightful, because we started this year one with a beautiful postcard painted by Brittany at Crux Fibers. And then the next year, I found a local artist on Facebook Marketplace who painted I think it was a postcard again, and she did this gorgeous snowflake, but it looked like one of those mandala flowers. I have them both in the other room. I could have grabbed them. And again, hand painted. So you actually, with this Advent, you own a piece of art. I love a sweet watercolor. Hook me up with that daughter-in-law. Yo, Anne, let's do this. Okay. So that's how this goes down specifically. I'm not saying we won't have art hand painted in other Advents. Not saying that won't happen ever, but I do like that we can do both, because I think artists need that variety too of sales. Let's look at some of Yo-Yo's again, just because we're here. Just because we're here. Here's where Yo-Yo went in exploring a nighttime garden for our Dreamland Advent. And again, Dreamlanders got this as a book. And they get to keep it forever. Little keepsake, stick it on a bookshelf, flip through, and imagine these images. I'm going to do a reel. Actually, no, I'm not doing a reel with these because Yo-Yo gave them to me all as squares. So reels are a funny shape. I'm going to do a grid post with all of Yo-Yo's art, and I'm going to direct you guys to Yo-Yo. If you want any of these images, if you want a screensaver, if you want something for the backlock of your phone, if you want a bigger or higher resolution version than what your even book gave you, look at this. That's just silly. Yo-Yo is available for that. I think that's my favorite one, personally. Okay, so that's what's going on. So I will show these off on Instagram, and I'm going to show off the art. Obviously, is going to go out everywhere. I have not been Instagram posting. We've been busy, but this is what we got today. This, and I can't wait for you guys to see all the cute little bugs she drew and animals and frogs and stuff doing things. There's this one. Who got the lizard frog? Did somebody get? Did someone get the lizard? There's a frog, a wizard. He's a wizard, and he's got a funny hat on. He's kind of going like this, like it almost looks like he's casting a spell. I absolutely love this stinking frog. So I don't know who got him though. There's also a bug that's jumping in the leaf is a little parachute. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so I feel scrunchy. I feel like I shrimp when I look at them. Like, oh, it's so cute. And I don't know why my body wants to shrimp when I look at cute things, but that's what it does. Hey, it's Marina. Hi, I love you. I love that your Advents include so many other areas of makers and artists. I think intentional boosting. Hey, thanks. I think it's great too. Because again, our world explodes. Creatives, right? Are we ever just creative in one spot? No. I mean, even look at this. She made pottery that we had, and now she's painting. Look at Marina. Makes beautiful roll eggs and bats and 3D print spindles and draws and does all kinds of stuff. What the heck? So good. Thank you for saying that, Marina. Okay. So that's our art. And I can't wait to show you guys the rest. I'm going to put that reel up today. I've been dying to show off this. Nothing fancy or flashy. It's nothing. I'm not trying to create anything when I do these reels so it we go viral, because anyone's going to show up to my page and be like, what the heck? But what is wool made of? I'm seeing these comments happening over here in the chat. We need... Oh, wait, where is it? Where is it? We totally need... Oh, these are coming up. We totally need a shirt that says, what is wool made of? Oh, that poor FedEx guy. He's never going to live that down. This guy doesn't even know that somewhere in the world is a pack of spinners on a live laughing that I got asked that question for realsies. That was crazy. We need, but what is the wool made of? It's going It'd be so good. Okay, there it is. We met the treasure. Why did I put that away? I'm opening the day. Now let's open the day. Oh my gosh, let's meet our last fine wool. Any guesses? Would anyone like to wager a guess? Just for funsies before I open this? Did anyone think about what we've already met and who maybe I could have? Do we bother? I'll tell you this. It won't be a surprise. It's a fiber literally from a shepherd I've had in the Advent every year. And I will continue to until she no longer produces, until we can no longer get these, because she's really slowing down her flock. Dion says Cormo. It's not Cormo. Oh, Giselle, I know what it is. So I won't guess. Wants us to know. She knows. She knows. But favorite, she says. Yeah. I'm just going to open it. Okay. This is the color I was chasing so desperately. And we got there. Look at that. This is why I didn't use the Cormo. This is why I put the Haunui. We repurposed the Haunui. And not that those weren't beautiful colors, but there was something that I was looking for, and it was here in this bond. This is a bond from Shiloh Wool in Australia. Again, not throwing shade on the other colors I was looking for, but when I had this bond in my hands, it's, again, maybe the camera's showing you the exact colors that you've seen in the other ones, okay? But it's not. It is extra rich undertone chocolate. It is so, it's like chocolate with cinnamon. It's probably looking, I hope this isn't looking just exactly the same to you. This is so beautiful. This bond is so beautiful. I've had this one on my shelf forever. I love this. I'm hoarding Tiny Lola's fleece. Not Tiny Lola. I'm so sorry. That's another bond producer I buy from. I'm hoarding Shiloh a little bit because she has really downsized her flock. Just maybe getting ready to shut her down. I don't know. Very much downsized. So a little harder to get. But I have had Shiloh Wool in all my years so far, in all 3 years of Delightful. It is such good bond. I don't even know what to say. And this one is insane. The lighting. I wish lighting was just, I wish. How I wish that you guys were just seeing this as I am seeing this. For comparison, okay? That ginger Haunui. Remember? The color changed a little bit when I blended it with the alpaca, but let's look at the ginger Haunui, the bond. Do you see what I'm saying? I am a part of what I'm doing here. These actually could have been in the same Advent. Oh, a part of what I'm doing here when I'm creating these Advents is the color story. That's a big deal to me, especially in Delightful. It's a very big deal. And so I needed just the right one. Hold on. These ones, this is interesting. These ones were super close. Okay. Look how close this is. This is the Cormo that you guys had in the Great Guts Adventure. There's the bond. Look at how close those are. This one's actually even red-oranger. These would have been too close for me to stick in the same Advent, so I didn't. And this fleece was smaller, which meant that it was better to go out for the guts than it was to go into Delightful, because I need only 25 grams for the Great Guts Adventure per person, and I need 50 grams for Delightful per person because we meet the fleece twice. So decisions had to be made. But I would say this one came really close just due to that color profile. Like, it's so red and it's so beautiful. So there it is. You're getting some early, these are all things that naturally I would have just said tomorrow during day 12. I would have revealed all the little background secrets. But you know what? We've been kind of doing that all the way along as we've been opening up Advent days. We've been a bit more fulsome on the Advent day, and I'm not saving all of the build aspect for the last day, which actually I love it. Because that means tomorrow the pressure's off for me to remember like every little nugget of like what it took to put these Advents together. And we can just focus on the stuff we haven't talked about yet. So there's my day. Super, super gorgeous. Processing a bond. Again, we're coming from Australia. These are clean. Tiny Lola doesn't coat. Sorry. Oh my gosh. I keep calling it Tiny Lola. Tiny Lola got a bunch of the sheep off of Shiloh. So I got directed from Shiloh to be purchasing from Tiny Lola. I think that's why that keeps coming out of my mouth. The Shiloh is unmatched in its cleanliness. It's very clean. Like from other bonds I've worked with. This is like stupid clean. Real treasure. It's clean in the way that like the Haunuis are clean. They're not coated sheep, but they're like super clean. So I can't speak highly enough about this breed. Bond. And again, if you want even more deep dives, I got 2 years worth of lore videos where we talk about bond. This is my OG fine wool with work boots. We're fine. We're 24 microns fine. There is that same, it's a quality that I also see in Haunui. I think I see it more here. That kind of like resilience factor where we're a fine wool, but like go ahead and work us. We're up for it. Like that kind of a vibe. This one, bond, is so perfect for that. It's so beautiful for that. What else do you want to know about bond? What else is there to say? I just love it. We get it in the shop as much as we can. They're precious, especially the Shiloh fleeces are precious to me. I did at one point find a bond producer in Colorado, had a bond X. I went out into one of my very, very first sommeliers. That was a really pretty fleece, but it's just so good. So, okay. So I don't know how much more to say about bond. It is two washing. It washes pretty standard. I've never had one do anything tricksy on me. I've never had one kind of felt on me. Picking and carding, easy peasy and squeezy. There's really nothing that comes out of it. Like there isn't a whole lot to say here, like technique wise, because this is like, it's just up for it. It's like super ready to go. And then even carding, it's so beautiful. And the result that you get off is just this perfect. I got nothing. I have no notes. I don't have any notes. It just processes easily and beautifully. And it's precious and special, especially, I keep saying, I'm sorry. I got to stop repeating myself, from this producer. And there will come a point where we're going to have to shift producers. But until that day comes, we're getting bonds and delightful. Okay. I've actually got, I got a couple extras down on the shelf. I should get those out into the shop this year. I've got some white ones so we can do something fun with it, but I'm hoarding my colors very, very much so. Okay. Giselle, I think the Bond Shepherd in Colorado is done. Okay, well, there we go. Jess the Knitter. I grabbed a Bond Megabat from Knit City, Calgary last year and spun it up for Stash Dashers this year, and it was amazing. Jealous of delightful for the next 2 days for sure. That's awesome. Look at this color. Get the heck out of here. I love hearing that. It's just such a good, easy spinner. It has no qualms, no specifics for scouring, no specifics, no tricks, no tips for the carding and the processing of it. And then you spin it and it kind of just spins easy. It's an easy spin. And then you have this really awesome yarn that's soft and next to skin. So this is kind of like, it's crazy. This is crazy to me. And I love it with my whole heart. I don't really have anything more to say to it than that. I wish I could give you guys like pro tips, but I don't have any. It's Bond. It's just doing its thing. And it's why we're leaving this one as quiet luxury. Bond isn't demanding anything. It's not asking for anything. It needs no special treatment. And yet, wow, what a luxe bebe we have on our hands here. What a gorgeous spin. What a beautiful processing experience. So we have quiet luxury. That's where we've landed. Tomorrow, because we're finishing up here, my precious ones. Dion, it is very much like my beloved Corey. Yes, Bond is the inverse of Corriedale. Way, way back in the day, and Dion, you probably know this, but if you have a beloved, if you love Corriedale, that's probably why you love Bond. I'm assuming you already know this, so I'm not trying to educate you here by any means. But for everybody else on the chat, Bond is the inverse of Corriedale. So way back in the day, you would throw, say, whatever they did. What was this one? It's going to be a merino with a long wool. It's where a lot of these breeds come from. So I don't think this one was Romney. Maybe this one was Lincoln long wool. Went with merino at some point. They bred, and then you pick the ones with the qualities you like the most. So you breed, and you pick the ones, when you breed those ones with those ones, and these ones with these ones, and then you come up with these breeds. So when they did Corriedale, we got Bond as well, and it was inverse in the sense that I think the rams were switched up. So if it was a merino ram on a Lincoln, don't quote me on the Lincoln thing. It might be Lincoln that this one was originally bred. I'm talking like 1800s in Australia. Two brothers decided, kind of thing. Those are all the stories we get out of these breeds. If they say did merino on a Lincoln, merino ram, Lincoln ewe, this one might have been like Lincoln ram, merino ewe, and then they bred for different qualities. And this one bred out more for like length, and there was some other quality they went for this one, whereas with Corriedale they went more for other qualities, but they come from the same start, which is kind of neat. They're sort of like branches, so you will find similarities in the spin, but this one is doing something more slinky than we see in Corriedale, so that's kind of cool. Just putting it out there. Okay. Marina, there's a comment for you. Marina. All right. So I am going to end. We're going to end. And what we're going to do is, look at that crimp. Baby. Oh, and it's 23 microns. This one I said 24. We're a little softer. I'm going to end. Tomorrow, we're going to close the loop on Dreamland. Okay. So we're going to finally arrive at our last little moment. And then I'm going to show you guys pictures of what they look like together, different rooms, different lights, whatever you want to see. You'll see some of the processing. I'll show you guys sort of moments of our processing as I remember to capture photos. I would say that like my social media game is great. If I don't have to pre-plan anything, think ahead or like edit, then I'm perfect. I'm a social media queen, okay? If I don't have to do any of those things that we commonly see on social media, throw me on a live all day long. Instagram live, YouTube live, wing it. Let's just go, see what happens, see what comes out of my mouth. Perfect. I can do that forever. Very comfy there. The other three, not so great at. So I did try to keep some kind of mindfulness as I'm carding, but I don't want to stop to card to be like, oh, the internet's going to want to see this and the internet's going to want to see that. So I've got some stuff to show you guys. It's going to be enough. It's going to be great. And we're going to watch that color close. We're going to watch the circle close. In Great Guts tomorrow, we're going to meet our very last fiber, our very last fleece. And I want you to know I saved this fleece for last on purpose. Intentionally. I was like, how do I end this thing with a bang? And my whole heart is for this last day. Can't wait for you guys to talk about that one with you guys. And then we're going to meet our last mix-in, and we're going to see where I went with the Bond. Where did she go? That's what we're going to do. And it's going to be awesome because there's a story. This is a hand-processed mix-in. I got a whole story. So we're going to talk about the story that went into the mix-in while also answering any questions you guys have. We'll look at the board so you guys can see how my brain works. We'll talk about whatever you want to know. For building out these advents, sometimes questions go that direction. People want to know, like, well, how did you come up with, or how did this happen? Well, we have talked about that a lot throughout the thing. We'll touch on it. We're going to try and keep the thing not super, super long because I'm baking with my daughter tomorrow all day. We have a huge list. All the ingredients are here. We're going to go Christmas baking crazy. So I'm going to just jump on here in the morning. We're going to have this beautiful time with you guys. And then I'm going to jump off and I'm going to go down to a kitchen and I'm just going to bake all day. It's going to be so good. So I will see you back here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Last day of the first 3 Advent lores. I'm really excited about it. And I appreciate everybody being here. As always, thank you for making this easier for me. Your presence makes this much easier for me, and I will never take that for granted. So thank you to every single person who's here. Thank you for these comments. Thank you for being a part of keeping this lively and spicy and active and good. And we'll be back tomorrow. Okay. I'm going to go make that reel for Marley too, so you guys can see her. You guys can see her art. Okay. Kisses.